Hey guys, John here again, Hard Look Garage. I'm about to go check out my car for the first time. I just picked this car up. Well, actually my buddy picked it up for me. He's gonna meet me here. We're gonna take it from one trailer to the other and get it down to my house. So I'm gonna go check this thing out for the first time. It's a 41 Chevy Coupe. And this is the first time I'm seeing it. You guys are right here with me. Definitely been mudded on. This thing came out of Kentucky. Kind of reminds me of the old Hard Luck Ford. Some interesting stuff going on here. Well, somebody painted this thing this matte green. I'm not sure if I like it, but also not afraid to change it. So he's meeting me down here to swap this thing over, and we'll get it down to the old Hard Luck Garage. Well, I'm gonna sit here in my car and wait for him to show up with the truck and trailer, and then we'll see what kind of rodeo we can get ourselves into here. And when we get it back home, I'll go over it a little bit closer with you guys, so stick around. All right, we're off. Well, it's been a few days since I picked up the old Chevy. We picked it up on Wednesday, and it's Saturday now. But let's take a closer look at this thing. So there she is, back at home in the shop. So let's see what we got to work with here. It's missing some trim. Well, it's not missing, supposedly. It's all back here, and I'm gonna have to get in there and take all that stuff out. But do a little look over on this thing. It's had some what appears to be some quick body work done. Had a repaint job. I think I might give it another one someday. Might be something to watch on this channel, but First order of business, I got to see if this thing will run. But my game plan for this thing is get it running, get it movable, drivable, put some miles on it, see what else we can do to it. See what we got inside here. Yeah, it's missing door panels and stuff like that. Missing running boards. It's a business coupe, so no back seat, but it's got this wooden shelf. And the trunk is pretty huge, so everything fit inside the car. We're gonna end up having to do some interior stuff here. I've never done that myself, but I've done some sewing, so I think I'm gonna give it a shot. Looks like we got all the headliner pieces. Maybe. Yeah, they're there. Headliner bows. So buy a kit to do that, but looks pretty ratty without interior, but I think it's a really solid car. It's just got some mud in it. But for living out here on the dirt road, that's no big deal. Like, I don't want to have something I'm afraid to drive, so yeah, just give you guys a good look at this thing. Got some Coke or Firestones, 15-inch wheels somebody put on here, probably from a later 40s Chevy. But I'm gonna get you guys in the trunk, see what kind of stuff we got back there. I think there's some interesting things. See, the paint got a little light on the quarters here. I don't know if a coat of wax would make it come out again, or cut and buff or whatever, but it's kind of satin paint. I'm wondering if I can polish it up and make it look a little shinier. I think that'd be cool. I think these wheels are definitely getting painted a different color because the red wheel thing don't do it for me. Sorry. So we got a door panel in here to copy. And a bunch of trim. This is kind of the first time I'm in here really looking at stuff, so got a bunch of trim. We got, looks like maybe window trim for a sedan. So there's some other car parts in here too, it looks like. Front bumper brackets. Got another carburetor here, a couple of, got a starter here, generator here. Supposedly this thing's been converted to a 12 volts. This is a carb that is cracked. So I don't know how good that is, but there's a carb on it. Take a look under the hood in a few minutes, but these bumpers are, chrome's all gone, so there's all kinds of stuff in here. Shocks, pegs, lucky. But I'm not gonna get into emptying all this stuff out right now. I just wanted to kind of look in here, get an idea of what I got. Sometimes I don't even know what I'm looking at. This looks like maybe a latch. I don't know. I got the shop manuals, I just don't have them here, so that's going to be really helpful. Put this thing back together. Front light, a couple of them. Maybe that's a dome light, I don't know. I don't know. That's part of the grill trim, I think. Hoping most of that stuff's in here, but like I said, I'm not emptying this all out right now. It might be a wiper motor. Alright, let's look under the hood. Alright, here we are under the hood. She's got the old Victory 6 216 buzzing half dozen in here. Stove bolt 6, whatever you want to call it. There's no battery. I see that. I don't know. See, we got a 12-volt coil. It's like some racing spark plug wires. Heater hose. This one doesn't even have a clamp on it, so that could get interesting. Looks like probably a lighting harness, not hooked up. The belt. Okay, well, there's no alternator on it. I mean, it's got carburetor and who nots and what you know it's and all that stuff. I kind of want to see if I can hear this thing run, and then we'll move forward with like setting up a real fuel system and trying to get the tank and the fuel pump working. He said the fuel pump might be bad. I'm just starting from square one, and I want to hear it run. So yeah, there's some clamps not quite on here. That's probably dry, so that'll probably leak. Let's see. I don't even know where the dipstick is. How am I supposed to think with my dipstick, Jimmy? Okay, here's a dipstick. Yeah, it's got oil in it. Put that back in. I got a couple wires running to the inside, probably temporary 12-volt stuff. So maybe I need to stick a battery in here and see what happens. He said the engine turned over. I think we're just gonna throw a battery in and crank on it, see what happens. We got birds living up here, so if you hear something goofy happening, it's birds. They're coming for you. Oh! Alright, got the same battery I used to winch this thing onto the trailer. Good enough for now. Hopefully it's got enough juice, but I have to see where these wires are running. And somebody was getting yelled at on the forum for saying Chevys are positive ground. They're negative ground. I guess somebody said all Chevys are negative ground. And of course our ground strap is a little short. And it's also pretty terrible. So maybe I'll just jumper cable it for now. Same high quality jumper cables we were using to start the old jalopy back there. We saw how well those worked, so they work equally terribly here. But just trying to see what this thing will do. It might be better to jump it right to the block too, so who knows. These are just gonna live right there. So I'm gonna go and hit the starter and see if it spins over. Alright, let's hop in this unit and see if it cranks over. This button right here is supposed to be the starter button. I get a click, but no crank. Okay. Well, the button, I'm trying to see what it does. The starter is actually on this side. So maybe we just have a bad connection. Maybe we'll ground it right to the block and see if that helps. Alright, let's try this again. See if we get a crank out of it. Oh yeah, she cranks. Sounds halfway decent. Cool. Okay, cool. It cranks over. Sounds like it's making some compression. I think I'm just gonna check spark the lazy man's way and pop the air cleaner off and put a little fuel down the throat and see if it pops. Oh, this thing's not even on there. Easy. Well, we got a choke. Appears to be hooked up to something. Pretty nasty looking carb, but we got a throttle. Yeah, I'm just gonna put some down there and see what happens. Got to run out back and get our patented fuel system that we used last video to get this thing running. Shameless plug, if you haven't seen that video, click right here to watch that whole adventure. You guys think it'll run? I kind of do. I'm spilling gas all over my hand right now, so let's dump some in the carb instead. Alright, I'm just going to pour it directly down there. I'm not even going to try to fill up the float bowl or anything. Just give it a little taste. Okay. Here we go. Oh yeah. Well, I think it's safe to say we have spark. It popped a little bit right there. I'm going to see about filling up the float bowl and seeing if it'll run for a couple seconds. I don't think it's got coolant in it, so we don't want to run it too long, but let's keep going. Last guy put a little, had a little auxiliary fuel setup here. And the factory line is there, but it's disconnected. The tank smells pretty bad, but we won't worry about that yet. I'm gonna try and fill some gas through this line. See what happens. Maybe we'll flood it out, who knows. It's going in, I don't know if it's coming out. Alright, it's in the top of this hose right now. So maybe our needle isn't opening up. Might be able to get at the needle without too much trouble. Oh, it did go down. Let's see. Let's see if I got an accelerator pump. See if there's any pumpage happening here. Jeez, can't grab the linkage. Not hearing it. Don't know. I'm gonna hit that bowl a couple times. Feel like Jeremy Clarkson right now. Fixing stuff with a hammer. I hope I'm fixing it. Oh no, I can't tell, but who knows? The pump may be bad. Maybe we can at least pull some fuel in with the vacuum, the Venturi effect. Let's try it again. Alright, let's see if this thing will run for a little bit more than a half a second. Doesn't look like it. Give it a little bit of help and see. A little bit more raw fuel. Who knows? Help if you turn the switch on. Now we got nothing. Might have fed it too many beans. Try to feed it some different flavor of beans here. It likes the brake clean. Just put some more in the carb. Give it a couple more taps maybe. So we can wake that needle up. Alright, I can't help it. I'm going to try this again to jump it, and we'll see if it wakes up or not. Accelerator pump. I got a runner. Well, it smells like old car in here. I like it. I'm gonna crank a little bit more idle into it and see if it'll sit here for a little bit and idle, because it seemed like a little bit low. This carb's seen better days. I don't even know what it is. Zenith? The one in the trunk I think is a Carter W1 or something. Supposedly that's the one you want. So I don't know. This one seems to work. I don't know if it's right for this car or not. But let's give this another round. The birds are really getting after it up there. I don't know exactly what they're doing, but I think it's lunchtime. I don't know, but maybe we can see our accelerator pumping. I don't think so, Tim. Either way, let's try this again. It's very pretty good. Probably about to run out of fuel here, but yep, there she goes. Oh, I'm pretty satisfied with that. Well, there you have it, guys. It's a runner. I kind of thought it would be, but now we know. So I think I'm gonna bring this to you in smaller chunks than that last video. That was a pretty long one. Next time, let's see if we can get this thing to run on its own fuel and maybe brakes and maybe go for a ride. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, guys. If you want to see what's coming down the line, hit the bell, give this video a like, and share it with somebody. It really helps push this thing forward and get this video seen by people who want to see it. So I appreciate you guys watching. I'm gonna head inside, cut this thing up, and I'll catch you next time on Hard Luck Garage.